A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium and Athens. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Bulldogs head coach pregame. One of the things he talked to his team about in the locker room is, this is our time to shine at home. They have been so terrific in the SEC this season, right in the middle of that conference race. But he said, I want our home fans to make it difficult on our opponents. That means they've got to be cheering early and often. That means we've got to get off to a great start here on the opening drive. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. From deep, it's Bussey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it.
Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense working from the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are. And now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
They booted away on 4th down. Trying to get started. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. The send the tight end in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Texas A&M going quickly.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Reed. Holds on, it's Warren. Makes the tackle. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Makes a grab for a big play. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. And the D denied him on second and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Working that left side now. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. From the gun, it's Frazier. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Second down coming up. Follows his blocks. It's Arrington. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Frazier. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On first down, Nate Frazier. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Second and long here. Hits inside. It's Arrington. Bring him down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Third and long coming up. They'll go to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, and third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Turning it on. He's at the 50. At the 30. The 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody...
Right down the gut of the field. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldog!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
The give to the back. in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throwing Reed. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. 4th down, Reed. Stepping to the right. On the move, he fires. The sure hands, it's Bussey. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Past the 30. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Bulldog! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Finds his big tight end. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal with time. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Got the 1st down. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Aggies. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Going to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on 4th down.
Here's Reed to throw. The quick game. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And a nice job separating by the slot receiver on that in route. Man-to-man coverage, he put his foot in the ground and created a little bit of separation. That made that play work.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Under pressure. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Georgia sends out the punt team.
Number 8 on to kick it away.
Searching for space. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. With the catch, it's Bussey.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver's able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires downfield. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. To the air, it's Reed. He's taking the shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rush is on. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's got it on the right. Lots of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Frazier. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On first down, Nate Frazier wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. Let's start with Texas taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's the Longhorns with a real chance to make this a memorable season. 9-1 following everything that happened last year. Let's find out if they can get to 10-1. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Forced out of bounds, a good pickup there on the ground.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Play fake, read. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Edwards. Looking for room at the 30. Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28-yard line.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Makes the grab. It's Edwards. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Play fake, Marcel Reed. They're all over him. He'll take a shot. Makes the catch outside. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Frazier again. He breaks a tackle. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trying to make one miss. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He's past the sticks. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he made the extra point without problem. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Drag down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Frazier. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Frazier. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. The corners are walked up tight. On the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the right. Got his man. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're they're taking shots.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Sends it back in motion. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Arrington. Can't get him to the ground. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Arrington. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance.
He's loose on the right. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over. 1st and 10.
One more play to pad the stats. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.